607. It can't remember. Look at that. This was means it was like a leg. Yo, hello, hello. What up, what up? Later, later. Yo, what up, username? Greetings. One second, we need a different kind of vibe here, you know? I'm gonna do it like this. Let's make it a little like darker, you know? No point in having like everything so bright. So for me, it's cardio day, as you can see. As soon as like this thing is like standing in my gym, it means we're gonna hit some cardio. So 60 minutes of white cap. 60 minutes of like a light cardio thingy. And that's it. Your setup is amazing. You just noticed. So this is just like this bike we bought for our father like 2 years ago or like 1.5 years ago. But he's not using it, sadly. It was kind of like we paid like €100 for this. It was like used already. We got it like on eBay, but yeah, he barely used it, sadly. So he had like a small like stroke, you know, and he was always kind of like lazy and eating like a lot of like sugar and but yeah, he got like a small stroke where he kind of like totally healed from. So it was kind of like a wake up call, and we wanted to make him like do like something active from home, right? But I don't know. Some people are really having like a rough and hard time to really get motivated to do something active, and it was more like just like standing around and not used. So at least I use it like once a week, maybe every 5 days. Yeah, just like a simple bike, right? What else do you need? The background stuff, this is like where it's like this is what I usually need, you know? I'm gonna be honest. If I won't be so lazy and or not like lazy, but my legs are like still kind of like sore, my knees as well. So I would have loved to go for like a running session, you know? But yeah, it would be like way too intense for me right now. So I choose like plan B, number 2, easy chill bike ride, 60 minutes. And yeah, at least you can already hear me like heavy breathing, but it's like on number 11, okay? It's like the resist, so like that's like a resistance build in. It goes up to like 24. And we are like at 11. So it's like a decent resistance at least. Do you play any games? Sadly not. I wish I did. By the way, can you hear me good with this distance? I can make the microphone even like a little bit louder. But this is something too loud, right? We definitely need some louder music. So, long story short, I used to play so much computer games back in the days. More than like the average person, you know? I guess you can definitely call it addicted. So I had like my share time with like gaming, and I'm like 40 now soon, you know, and I feel like, I don't know, I have seen it all. I wish I would be like this, like, can you say like enthusiastic? Like, gaming was like a lot of fun for me. And it was like a nice way for like, it's like stress relief or like having like fun basically in life, right? But I don't know. The older I got, the less I enjoyed it for whatever reason. But I definitely have like my times where I enjoyed more or less. I used to play like so like my latest games were, I even streamed some gaming a little bit. So I'm like a World of Warcraft player, you know, like MMORPGs. All the stuff that gets you like really addicted. At least like back in the days. Nowadays it's different. They hit like more like the casual player base, and you don't have to log in every day kind of thing, you know. So it's a little more like low, like easy, basically. But yeah, I don't know. Where should I start? I started with Counter-Strike basically back in the days, you know, when before you could strafe jump. You know Counter-Strike? Most likely, right? Everybody knows Counter-Strike. That does like a little bit of gaming, right? So I used to be like a Counter-Strike player back in the days. And then like strafe jumping was like possible, you know? And this is where I got like my first optical mouse, you know? Like, dude, it definitely sounds like I'm really, really old, but back in the days, you know, you had like no optical mouses, or like it was like something like new. And I still remember I bought like my first optical mouse. I think it was just like a non-name brand, but at least I could strafe jump with it. So back in the days with like Counter-Strike, it was like a bug kind of thing, you know? You could jump around if you knew like the pattern and kind of things, and to move around really quick, but it was just like a bug thing. And it was like 20 years ago, 15 years ago, I don't know. It's been a while, but yeah. I started with shooter. I was not really like bad with it as well. And even like we didn't have like any PCs though, like we were like a group of like friends. And we were mostly playing like out of like internet cafes, you know? So where we could buy like 1, 2, 3 hours, whatever, for like 5 or 10 D-Mark back in the days, you know? Like you could rent like a PC, like internet cafe thing, you know? That is where we played like the most, with like a bunch of people. This was pretty fun. But at some point, I got like the old PC of my brother, and that is where everything went like downhill, you know? That is where I played a little bit too much, and yeah, even though before this, I played like PlayStation as well. Yeah, whatever. But nowadays, I don't know if you're still listening, by the way. Maybe it's too boring to listen to hear like my whole life story about gaming. But let's jump to like what's now. I'm basically, yeah, so like the last thing I played was definitely like still World of Warcraft. I even bought like the new expansion, like this, that launched like 3 months ago, I think. I went pretty ham for like 2 months, but like the past month, it got like less and less again. I even, how do I get my chat here, by the way? How do I get my chat? yeah, but I used to play like some Battlefield, some shooter on stream. I streamed it for a while. I played a little bit God of War on stream, on PC as well, and some Cyberpunk, but not like too much. But I don't know. I feel like whatever game I'm playing nowadays, it's not like as fun as it was, like, you know. So it's a good thing I found like a new addiction, you know. Fitness, some activity at least. What is like Stardew Valley? Let me Google it. I don't know what this is. Okay, holy shit, it's nothing for me. I don't mind like graphics like too much, but I'm always getting like yeah, I don't know how do you call like this kind of like gameplays, or like this gameplay thing. I bet it's amazing if you're into it, you know. But for me, it's nothing I would really enjoy, I think. Yeah, perfect. This is all what you wanna do with like a computer game, right? Whatever genre you're playing, you wanna relax, you wanna have fun. Maybe you wanna get like competitive, right? Where you really mess yourself with other people, player versus player kind of thing. But yeah, not like Rush and Attack. Yeah, Rush B and GG, right? Always available. Yeah. It looks like I totally skipped like the playing computer games on your mobile phone phase. The only thing I played, do you know like Snake? Snake, the mobile game. This was like, I think like, it wasn't it like even like the first mobile game that launched 20 years ago. This is what I enjoyed a little bit. You know, like the snake that you can kind of like follow or like move around. We're definitely starting to sweat a little bit. Some of PC is so tiring. Mobile sweat. I mean, probably, yeah, it depends. I think for me, yeah, Nokia Snake, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. My first mobile phone was, you could kill someone with it. It was like so heavy. It was like a whole like brick, you know. It was like, yeah. I still remember when I got like my first like foldable phone, you know. It was called like Zagem. Something with like Zagem. Because you would kind of like, you know, like fold it out or kind of thing, and then we could like, it was just like pretty awesome back in the days. I have like no idea what kind of like Nokia phone it was. I think I got it from my parents at some point, but I don't know. I grew up with like no like mobile phone, right? So we didn't really need this stuff like, you know, when I was younger. Okay, nice. We're definitely feeling it already. It's getting in. Yeah, but nowadays I just use my mobile phone mostly just to Google stuff, to stay like up to date with news, and yeah, it's just like, you know, playing around with it. It's pretty awesome. I don't want to miss it anymore. It's definitely cool. I mean, yeah, nothing is gonna last forever, right? If you had a good one, what else can you know, want with this, you know? At some point, new techniques coming out, or like you invested in like the wrong thing, and yeah, you know, it's kind of like, you know, some things you really have like no control over, or you basically took the wrong turn, right? And yeah. But with my current one, this is like the Google Pixel 7. I think I bought it like 2 years ago, maybe. I really like it. It's definitely like the best one I had so far. Yeah, so this is basically like an off day for me today, right? Like yesterday as well. Yesterday I just did like my to-do list with a lower back. Today is just like my cardio day. And yeah, tomorrow's basically we're gonna start fresh with pull again, you know, like weight training. You feel hungry right now and it's midnight. Every restaurant has closed down. I mean, do you really need like a restaurant to get like some food? This reminds me as well, I have like no idea what I should eat later. I didn't prepare like anything today. Huh. If I go to the kitchen, your family... Ah, okay. You mean it's better to order food that you get delivered? Or like you go out and get the food? It's better than... Okay. I guess it's fasting then, you know, which is not a good thing, like a bad thing. So fasting is actually kind of like healthy for your body, for your whole system. Yes, the liver is like ninja. Yeah, I guess like nowadays it is. Just wait when we get like all like those drone deliveries, you know, that like flying around, and you just have to hold like your hands open like this, and the package is gonna fall out of the like it's called not heaven, right? But like, you know what I mean, right? It's just like drone delivery. Sky, yeah, I meant like sky, falling out of the sky. Oh, can't we even move like a ninja? Yeah, perfect. I mean, whatever works for you, but sucks like everything is closed. By the way, I don't know if you already asked, but what's going on with you and fitness? Are you like into it as well? What is your current jam? I don't mind midnight eating. I do it a lot of myself. Fitness, like, are you doing something active as well like me, like weight training, biking, running? What's your jam? Yeah, fitness. You go to morning walks on, okay. This sounds not too bad. But what about like building some muscles on the side? Or doing something for your heart, for your lungs, you know, for your whole like system. Okay. House chores a lot. Okay. I mean, As long as you don't have like a 35 kilogram broom, like, you know, like Anatoly from YouTube, like the cleaner that cleans like in the gym, or like supposed to be cleaner, but it's like a actually like pretty strong like power lifter. He disguises, or like he I think you say disguises, right? As like a cleaner. He has like a broom that weighs like 35 kilograms. And as long as you don't have like stuff like this, you can't count it as like building muscle. So what about weightlifting, weight training? I can only recommend it, you know. If you would ask me, or like had asked me like 20 years ago, 15 years ago, if I would be like 15, 20 years later doing weightlifting myself, I would probably have never said, or like, you know, sure, I'm going to do it. Or like, I would never seen like myself doing any kind of like weightlifting things. So it came to like as a surprise to me as well. And it's just my recommendation. Especially once you get older, it gets like so much more important. You definitely, when your main plans sort out, what are like your main plans? Other than, you know, getting rich, meet like a beautiful woman, maybe get some kids, have like a decent life, you know. What else are like your main plans? Okay, we're definitely starting to sweat. I take it. The ones you said, okay, but it doesn't hurt to already slowly prepare yourself for this, you know? So why not start with like 2 gym sessions a week? But like I said, I can definitely, you know, I kind of like know how hard it is to see yourself in the gym with all like the people running around, and yeah, you have weak bones. What is like weak bones? Like, you have like a doctor that like said it to you, like you have like a diagnosis of like weak bones? So any kind of like bone sickness where you really have to watch out? Crackling noise. Dude, how old are you? So I'm like 39, and like those crackling noises are totally normal for me. So I don't know. So I think for me it's a normal thing. It has nothing to do with like weak bones. It's more like, even like, it's just like too lazy to move, or, you know, you have to keep like the body moving. You know, less sitting, more movement. You kind of like use your body, you know, instead of not using it. And the cool thing, like, obviously, like, it depends a little bit where you live. Not everybody has like the luxury to get for like 10, 15, 20 euros like a gym membership. But it's definitely like so well invested into like your whole life. It's so freaking good. I think Louis said, dude, yeah, yoga is awesome. I had like my yoga time as well. But it's like so hard for me to implement when I do like 4 or 5 times of weight training a week. It's more like 4 times at the moment, but when I'm like more motivated, I kind of like hit to like 5 times a week, like some weight training. But yoga is awesome. You just need like a mat, and you can do like yoga via like YouTube. And you don't have to pay anything for this. if you don't want to use like any app and invest some money. But yoga is awesome. But perfect, yeah. If you walk, cycling, and run, this is perfect for, you know, cardiovascular system, like your heart, your lungs. But I mean, even like yoga kind of like builds up some muscles, but it's not like as effective as like weight training. So I would definitely recommend both then, you know, or like all threes: yoga, running, cycling, biking, whatever you do, and weightlifting. All three. But I know it's I'm currently doing like two things as well at the moment. So like I'm doing my weightlifting stuff and my cardio, basically. A little bit like mobility on the side, but I wish I had really the time, the energy, and the motivation to start with like yoga again. Because I don't know, it's just like really rough for me to squeeze it in. The food system in my country is so fucked up. It's a big chain and food choice full of oil. I thought you were like from Finland, right? Or what country were you from? Or Sweden? Or like Sweden, Finland? Also, oil is not pure. It causes blockers in heart. Yes, I don't know about the oil, but I think if you leave, I mean, like in fats in general, right? If you have like the kind of like good sources of fat, like what's kind of in it, like in nuts or like in olive oil, or what is it called, like or like in fish, right? Those like omega-3s kind of things. It's definitely nice. But I forgot what's like the other one called, like focus oil, right? This works as well. Gym heart attacks are getting very common in our country. I read the news. What country are you from, if you want to share? This is why I think like the combination of like some cardio stuff, like running, biking, that gets like your heart rate up. Even like the stuff I'm doing right now. With the combination of weightlifting, it's like the perfect thing you can do. And so I'm doing like this new stuff as well. Not really like on purpose, but I think nowadays it's, if you don't need it for like your work or like your hobby, whatever you do, I feel like it's better to not really check like the daily news, you know? I feel like there's like so much like negativity and so much things where you say like, oh man, again, or like you just say like, what the fuck? So I get like my Google feed on my phone, right? And like all the time, or like I follow like Agenda Free TV on Twitch or like on YouTube. It's like a guy that is like a reporter basically, and he shares like whatever happens in the world. He goes live and talks about it and shares it. And every time I see this guy coming on, it's just like, yeah, there must be something that's happened already, or like again, and I don't know. First, I need to buy good organic oil and eat less oil food. This one, then after eating nutritious food, I can go that. Oh no, I would directly start into it, but really slow. You know, obviously, if you really think like your health is not good, you should get like a health checkup if you can in your country. If it doesn't cost like a fortune and if it's kind of like doable, you know, go like to a local doctor and ask him if you can do like a health checkup thing. Just to be sure like that like everything is all right. But if you don't have like the, you know, the possibility and the money, just start with walking, right? Like a few times a week. If the walking gets too easy, I would probably not directly start into like running, because running is like one of the most intense things you can do if you're not used to it. So I would probably go from walking into biking. And if you got used to biking, then I would recommend to go for like running sessions, but really slow. 1, 2, 3 kilometers, whatever works for you, and then focus from there. And obviously, hit some weights. Always hit some weights, you know. But good organic food, or like good organic oil, is always good. In general, really look what you eat. Okay, we gotta drink some. So I just finished this one yesterday. Yeah, weight is proportional to my height. Okay, so you don't have like too much overweight, which is good. In terms of muscles, it's not good, because I feel like the people that have overweight, they carry around so much more mass that they have like so much muscle kind of like under it already. So I just want to share like a video really quick that I found yesterday, and it's basically groundbreaking cancer expert, new research. So like this professor of like biology, genetics, and biochemistry at Boston College. So he talks about cancer in general, because it's like his like research field, right? And how to prevent cancer and how to treat it, kind of thing. So this is something I really like to share, and I can recommend this. Like this channel in general, obviously, this topic is kind of like for everybody, right? Yeah, so I kind of like finished this video yesterday. It was kind of a little bit hard to follow at some point, even if I had like some subtitles on, and I was already kind of like laying in bed. But it's so freaking important what we eat, and you know, but kind of like nothing new. All like the processed shit, like, you know, junk food, fast food, donuts, cookies, cake. It's just complete garbage for us, you know, and that you can actually start like cancer at some point if you really go into like the meat, egg, milk only thing, low carbs kind of thing, and it's really, really interesting. But it just shows like how important like food is. But athletic body is always best. I mean, whatever you prefer, right? Everybody's different. But for me as well, I definitely enjoy this way nowadays. I definitely want like a little bit more without, you know. Yeah, but I think I can easily train for another like 10 years if I keep it up like this and not reach like my natural limit of like building muscles, you know. It's always kind of like something to improve on and get better, and okay, I think we have like 30 minutes in already, right? Yeah, 34. We're gonna do like 26 more minutes. So yeah, food, really, really important. What you eat, what you drink. Basically, as soon as it gets into your body, you should think about what it does to you, or kind of like be like cautious about it, you know. And yeah, even just like inhaling like smoke, or, you know, it's just so freaking bad. But yeah, food really important, but nothing new. Especially if you like some kind of like bodybuilder, or like want to build up some muscles and want to lose some body, like some fat, or want to get in shape. Food is such a really important role. And yeah. Sleep, of course. Sleep is one of those things. 7, 8 hours, whatever. Less stress. And exercising, you know, he talks about it a lot as well. You know, those 3 things basically. It's less genetic what we think, you know, that plays like a role. But yeah. And if you're talking about food, I kind of like have to see what I'm going to eat later. I think I still got like those tomato sauce open. I can maybe do like some pasta. This is like the one thing as well for me. I like my carbs. I definitely eat like a lot of them. Not like crazy a lot, like 400 or 500 grams, but I think, I mean, it's definitely getting close to 400 for sure. But yeah, it's probably not too healthy if you think about cancer, right? So it's definitely like a lot of carbs. But I feel like as someone that does like some sport activity, especially like some weight training, it's kind of like necessary to get like some carbs in. But at some point I definitely want to try it out to maybe do some low carb, not 0 carb, but low carb, high fat, high protein, kind of like diet. And see how my body reacts to it, you know. But I'm a little bit lazy sometimes, you know. I like to use the stuff that works, not to experiment like too much with like, you know, change of diet and yeah. Gotta see. But what is like this like Twitch charity? Let's see. But like a message of for like Twitch charity. Or like, okay, donating to this stuff. Okay, it's basically just like donating for like a good cause. I don't know what kind of like cause though. Yo, Rob, what up? I know YouTube should be online. At least I started my YouTube. Is it not online? It's like so bad that you kind of like have to you have to no. Actually, the first thing when I search myself on like YouTube, I find like Schneider Electric. So okay. So much for this. Yeah, I don't know. I started my YouTube stream. Maybe something went wrong. I don't know. The thing is, I think I did it. So I always have to change like accounts and start like the live stream in my browser before I can start OBS basically. Okay, it works, yeah. But yeah, nobody's watching on YouTube anyways. For now. How's your physiotherapy doing for your Tennis elbow, Rob. How's your progress? Good. I don't know if you can see it, but my sweat is already standing on my shoulder, basically. So it's a sign to really, sweat a little today. But I definitely have to do like a running session soon. It's about time. But I feel like since I used like my belt squat attachment for my legs are like so sore for like a long time, and I don't see me recover from this. Big grip bar pull downs. Big grip bar pull downs. I mean, maybe. I think it definitely has to do with a lot of like grip strength, forearm, basically like muscle groups that are, kind of like involving like grip and lightweight for a few sets. Ever since doing that, the pain has eased off. Oh, perfect. Yeah. Yeah, but it's a good, always like a nice indication that it gets better with the pain. But you definitely should keep it up with consistency with your training, that you really focus on like those stretches, with the body or like some weights. And the movement that kind of like feels good. Good, it's like, even like this, like, seat is like quite comfortable, but I feel like if I reach like 40 minutes, it's already rough to sit on. But it's nothing compared to like my mountain bike seat. Everything, including, yeah, I mean, this is always nice, to do like a bunch of things and see what helps, but it's kind of like rough sometimes to really figure out what kind of movement really helps. But as long as if you do like the whole bundle thing and it helps, keep it up, something might be working. So, but just in my experience, really, you gotta get active to work on it to make it better, or you pause for like a really long time and you don't do like anything at all. Or worst case, you go to the doctor and he gives you like a, like, what is like spritze, even like a shot of like, what is it called? What is spritze? Some injection, yeah, some injection of like whatever helps for this. But that is usually not like the best solution, right? Long term. What do you get? What kind of like substance do you get for this kind of things? It was something with like C. Cortisol. Yeah, cortisone. I don't know what it's called in English. Probably like something similar. So I think we have like 50 more minutes to go with. And then I'm like definitely really happy with like the overall activity what I'm doing lately. And tomorrow it's gonna start again, you know, so we're gonna start with like weightlifting again. Those were definitely like 2 really nice resting days. But I really hope like this lower back stuff I'm doing, it's gonna work out. It definitely feels nice so far, and it feels better than. So I started doing this one on like the 28th of like November. So it's, yeah, what is it, like 5 days, 6 days? Kind of early to tell, but my second session already felt better than the first one. And if this stuff can take up like a few months, even like years, to build up like a solid lower back with the strength and mobility, I think it's nice already. But kind of hard to tell. Oh, I don't know. I'm definitely not a fan of this, but this is what like, it's kind of like old school, right? A lot of people are getting that are not really care about what they're doing with their body, basically, right? But yeah. The injection was, oh, okay. I mean, it definitely helps like short term, right? You might, if you survive like the injection in terms of like pain, it probably gets like better really quick, but I don't know. Those, you know, cortisol, it has like a lot of like side effects, right? So is it really worth it, like the trade-off? But obviously sometimes you don't have the time to rest because you gotta work, or, you know, and it's just like, yeah, kind of like YOLO your life, you know? But it might shoot back, you know, or like come back to you. Yeah, I think I'm just getting like a protein shake after my workout. Then I shower time, and maybe like in an hour-ish, I'm gonna make like my post-workout meal. Even though it's not like my workout, right? But at least like once a day, I eat like some warm food, right? Like a warm meal. So I just ordered like, was it 5 kilo of like peanut butter? Let's see, or was it like even like 6? But it's not all for me. So my favorite like peanut butter was on sale, right? I ordered 6 kilogram. 6 kilogram of like peanut butter, but I'm gonna give like my sister 3 of it, and 3 is for me. And I still have like 2 kilograms here. It's like, but hopefully it's gonna last for like a little bit. But it was like on sale for like €6 instead of like 13 or like 12. So yeah. I'm definitely gonna turn down a little bit of like fat in like February, March. But it should last this long then. Very lightweight for high reps, producing blood flow, can heal injury. Yeah, totally. I did that for my shoulders and it worked, yeah. That's for sure. There's like a light movement, slow movement, controlled movement is better than not doing anything at all, right? It's like so painful. You stand up. Hey, Tokyo, what up? Hello. Sorry that the last time I didn't see your message. So I still have like separate chat rooms. But here Rob in the channel, he told me about there's application that like includes all your chat rooms, or like, so it's now I can't miss any messages anymore, basically. If you're not talking like on Party to me, Party is like a new live streaming platform, but yeah, I got it like included now. Yeah, but how are you doing? What up, what up? So I'm doing my cardio session at the moment. So it's supposed to be my off day where I don't stream. But when I'm a little bit more motivated, I like to do like this stuff, what I'm doing right now. Since there's not too much time on my workout days for this, you know, so it's either now or kind of like never, so. And we, you know, we don't want to get only like big. We want to get and stay healthy. So this is kind of like the trade-off, right? There's no point not to invest the time into this as well. But it's like quite light still. Another like 9 minutes. That's about like 20 kilometers with, always like every like bike is like different, but with the resistance of like number 11, you can go up to like 24, yeah. So it's like some resistance at least. Resistance, so yeah. And I think, let's see. I don't think it's like right, but the display shows it's about like 800 calories so far. I don't think it's like this much. Let it be maybe like 500, but as you can hear and see, it's definitely, you know, a little bit more like on the intense side of things. So yeah, this reminds me, tomorrow I have to work maybe like a little bit more, but there should be time to stream. Since I want to try to stream as much as possible in a row. And I think this is my, let's see, we did 3 days of weightlifting. This is my 5th day, yeah. So 5 days in a row is already much, like a lot for me. But I want to keep it up. Let's see how long we can keep it up. But maybe it's only going to last today. And tomorrow is like no time and I'm too tired, whatever. But I'm definitely going to try at least, you know, to stream tomorrow. Like 2 weeks would be nice. To stream for like 2 weeks straight. Just to have like a number, or like 1 week at least. I think I've never done this. I did, I think, like 5 days. 5 days is not like so unusual. Then sometimes I used to train like 4 times. Even though it was like a little different, right? 3 times, yeah. I mean, yeah. No point to rush it anyways, right? We're gonna enjoy the process, and if you should feel like at some point too tired and not too motivated, obviously you're not gonna do it, but yeah, tomorrow is definitely like a more work day kind of thing. We got like a big order in, which is nice, but it maybe means that, yeah, we have to see. Ooh. Yeah, but nothing new. We're just gonna start with pull day tomorrow, most likely. Then it's gonna be push, and then leg again. At some point, I have to change my workout order. That I'm gonna start with legs, because this is then at least like I could maybe do like a running session then on my rest days. But at the same time, it would mean it's either way how I kind of like, it doesn't matter like too much how I kind of like try to squeeze it in. I don't know. I'm having like a really hard time to do the weight training, weightlifting with like for legs, right? do maybe my running session 3 days later, which could work out, but it would mean I have like one rest day in between my running session, and I would start my legs again. And this is like quite brutal as well. Either way, how I kind of like try to turn it, bend it, it's gonna be shit anyways, in terms of like, there's not enough rest in between. Yeah. But we're gonna go for like a running session again, you know? I feel like my body already forgot how it is. And last year was like freaking amazing. I kept up my running sessions, even when it was like storm outside, raining, dark, minus temperatures, I kept it up. So, but this year, I feel a little bit, yeah. I mean, there's definitely like a way, but are you going to schedule for your first? Then when you press the button, you go like, yeah, totally. It's just I prefer to stream earlier, like before 8 o'clock. Then some streams of me last for like 2-3 hours. And if you're done at like 11 or close to midnight, it just, I don't know, it just already feels like so late. I mean, currently I'm definitely like a night person anyway, so I don't mind it too much. I stay up pretty late, I don't have to work, wake up really early, so, but at the same time I like to, if I can, start my stream before like 8, and yeah, it feels just like more relaxing. Okay, let's see. 3 more minutes. Thanks for the follow, Alex, man. Hello. Welcome in. First follow of the day on like 4 different platforms. Not too great, but I appreciate it. Hello, hello. Tomorrow might be a little bit more interesting with like the pull-up stuff, right? Yeah. I mean, in general, my main priority is like still weight training, right? Weightlifting. So obviously this takes like the most energy and time, and I'm happy with this. This is my priority. But my, yeah, I talked it with like the username earlier as well. I would love to have at least like 1 yoga session a week too. 1 yoga for like some like strength, mobility, and yeah. And I definitely don't want to work out like 2 times a day. That is like way too brutal. So it's either one of those things. Okay. So like we definitely sweat a lot, which is, I think it's a good thing, but we definitely have to drink later. Okay, 1.5 more minutes. So I think the closer it gets to like January, I think the more I feel like starting my diet again and get in shape for like May, June, for like next year. Always like thinking ahead a little bit to work on, yeah. And if everything stays like this and I'm not getting like weak over like Christmas, I only have to lose about like 12 kilograms, I think, within like 5 months. So this should be like an easy thing. Healthy waffles again and using. Dude, I want to do the same. So I have like this like waffle protein powder from like ESN, but I actually realized best before date was like April this year. So it's over for like 6 months. Do you guys think it's like still gonna taste good, or like it's like made of like whey protein and eggs and yeah, and it was open as well, or like It was open, but I closed it. But it's kind of like, best before date was like 7 months ago, like 6 months ago. Yeah, 6 months ago, I think. I still want to give it a shot. But I don't, so like, it was like 1 kilogram of like this waffle protein powder. That tastes amazing, so I have like no idea why I didn't do it like the past few months. But it's too late anyways now, but yeah, I might gonna try it. But everybody knows if you ate something and your stomach doesn't like it, it's the worst thing ever. So I might be laughing now, but it might be, yeah, I don't know. I just don't want to throw it away, you know? Okay, we are done. We are done. Yeah, I'm gonna think about it. So I'm just gonna, oh nice, we did like 21.4 kilometers, a little bit more than the last time. So we had like a good speed on. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is my shoulder, right? It's definitely like kind of like sweaty. Give it a no, I rather eat it like myself. So like if I'm not gonna show it tomorrow, you guys know what happened to me, okay? I'm gonna, because I ate like those waffles, but I'm not sure if I can even like, you know, if I'm gonna do it today. But yeah, thanks for watching like always, guys. And hopefully tomorrow I might be back with my pole day with some weightlifting, some weight training. Fresh and new. Okay, Rob, enjoy your waffles, man. It's nice seeing you. Bye, Tokyo. Alex, if you're still here. See you guys. If you don't like it, then give it a, oh, this already. But did you put it like 2 times? Give it as a Christmas present. If you don't like it, then oh, this is what you mean. Like the waffles are made then. Kind of hard to ship, but yeah, it's okay. See you guys. Have a good one. Peace. Bye, Kick, and all the